What's up, MFM? What's going on? Hey, it's Powell Chi here. I am gonna do a Facebook Live here real quick. I'm at another facility, so today is April 15th. What is today? Thursday. So I'm at another facility that we have under contract, and we just got done talking with the owner, just met with him right now, doing a little bit of the due diligence walkthrough. So just wanted to get a chance to show you some of the, just a little bit of the property we're looking at, as well as just answer some questions that you guys have, right? So, or just talk about in general what you do when you're under contract, what are the types of things that you're doing during due diligence, and just kind of give you a tour of what's going on, right? So let's get started. So here we are. We're at this facility. It is about 150 units. So we got about 150 units, but a little over 20,000 square feet. Has an office that's about 3,000 square feet. And so, in general, when we underwrite, right now, currently, we don't underwrite anything for the office because we run it completely unmanned. So we don't have anybody in the office, which is different, kind of new, but that's how we run it. So 100% unmanned, besides our maintenance person, who our maintenance person will be here, say once or twice a week. And they'll take care of all the maintenance issues. But in terms of having somebody physically in the office all the time, we don't do that. But some of the things when you're out here, you always want to look at like lighting, right? So like lighting, how is the lighting? Like what does the lighting look like? And that's a really important piece. I don't know if you may know this, but the statistics are something like 50% of people who rent these units are females, right? So somewhere around 50%. That means, in general, you want to make sure they are very well lit, very secure, and people feel very safe coming here. Not only just during the day like this, but really at night. You don't want a bunch of shadows all over the place or places where people can't see. They don't feel comfortable going into their units after dark. So that's not what you want. You want to have a bright lit place. Some people feel comfortable coming and don't have the feeling of security that they're worried about the security of your area. So, with this property, we're looking at, it just rained, or it rained a lot over here. So we're looking at the drainage as well, right? So issues with pooling of water, right? The problem with pooling of water is like when these are close to the ground, depending on the water level, right? It can get, you don't want them to flood, right? So you need to make sure that you have enough drainage and the draining is fast enough that it can pull all this water away from these units, right? So these are some of the things that you're looking at when you're doing your due diligence. You're just kind of always looking around the whole property and seeing what are these, like what are these things here? I don't know. Looks like somebody's workbench or something, right? So I don't really know, but you ask these questions. What are these things? I mentioned before maybe the difference in locks. So I can show you. Like again, these locks are really important here. Let me see if I can show you. Right. Yeah, disc lock, right? See the disc lock? So they're stronger, more durable, harder to cut. So you always recommend that you get those locks. We even give them out to our people. So not many places do that, but we give them out. Oh, sorry. Here's a case. So you see this? 2 locks. Why is there 2? Why is there 2 locks on there? Anybody know? What's up, Nelson? How you doing? Great to see you, brother. Yeah, great to see you as well, man. Yeah, hey, and I think, just so you know, Nelson, just to let you know, we were talking to the owner, and he used to actually have another facility that he owned with some partners that he sold out a long time ago. But he's like, hey, we were telling him, like, hey, do those guys want to sell? And he's like, oh, they're getting, those guys are above 60 years old, so they might be at that point where they might want to sell. So he's like, we're like, can you, we'll give you a finder's fee. If you set this up, we'll give you a finder's fee and we'll make this happen. He's all, okay, great. Hey, he wrote it down. I'll see if they want to sell. And maybe they want to sell, but here's the address. You guys can just drive by it and see if it's something that you guys are interested in, right? So awesome, right? So we're gonna go take a look at that one, right after this. But yeah, I'll say hi to people. Gio, thanks for joining. Jeffrey Avery, thanks for joining. Bashkar, thank you for joining. Michael Michael Menino, thank you for joining. Nelson, great to see you, obviously, brother. Arlene, thank you for joining. Rick Clark, thank you for joining as well. So, you know, so this is a property here, like I mentioned, about 20,000 square footage. We've got the team out here. Everybody's kind of looking, you know, just evaluating the deal, seeing what they like, seeing what they don't like, seeing what are some of the things that we might need to fix, issues to be addressed. So this property we're taking over is about 60% occupied at this point. So 60, which is pretty low, right? But that is a huge value add for us. So when you're thinking as an investor, you're like, right, do you want to get the super nice, pristine one that's 100% full, that has no value add, that's very, very stable? Maybe that's the type of investor you are. I'm not really that type of investor. I'm the type of investor that's looking for, hey, where can we get this deal that we could peel back the onion and find like, hey, there's great things that we can do, right? Can we get this place up to 85% occupied? That's what our projections are, right? 85% occupied. Can we get this place to 85% occupied? We think we can. With the right marketing, the right strategy in place, we feel we can. Do we have to beat the market? Do we have to be higher than everybody else? No, we don't feel like that we need to, right? So we feel like we can be under the market and get us up to, you know, 85% occupied. That's where we feel is the real value add in this place. Not much room for expansion. Expansion would be another certain type of value add. So there's not much room for expansion. There is certainly room for some of the parking part of it we can increase some of that, right? The revenue is also a little bit lower on this property. So in terms of the dollar per square foot compared to the market. So dollar per square foot is something that you look at in storage, like obviously how much you're getting per square foot, right? In this market, we're below the market, and we feel that we can underwrite. We don't underwrite to getting up to the market. We underwrite to still being below the market, right? So in general, just so you know, this one is about anywhere from 13 cents to 22 cents per square foot below the market, right? It depends on if you're looking at our advertised rate to the market's advertised rate, it's about 13 cents. If you're looking at what the actuals that we're getting here versus what the market advertised rent, 22 cents per square foot, okay? But when we underwrite, we don't really underwrite to get the maximum, and we don't underwrite for this one. We don't underwrite to get really anything. So, but this is just things that, you know, you're doing. So you're looking at renting things to other people, right? So right here, people are renting trailers. This person's renting a container. They put a container on there. Something I showed a little bit earlier. You know, these are important pieces. So right here is a bollard, right? This is called a bollard. Basically, you know, it protects the building, right? So it's right at the corner of the building, so that if anything runs into this, you know, any vehicle runs into this thing, it's going to hurt their vehicle. It's not going to hurt this thing, right? Because you don't have these things. All right, I'll just show you this real quick. You don't have one right here at this corner. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to show you guys this. I don't know. Does it look damaged to you? Can you tell right there? Yeah. See what happens is vehicles run into that. They back into that. It only needs to go about 2 miles an hour, and it creates this huge dent in these metal, you know, walls, right? So, you know, you want to make sure you have bollards up, you know, and everything. So I can show you this other building right here next to it, and you see like there's no bollard here, and you see right at the very end over there, no bollard. See what happens? Somebody runs into that thing, and now that's what it looks like for all. So, Michael, thank you for joining. Hey, Jason Ballara, great to see you, buddy. Lisa Dowd, Manday, thank you for joining as well. And so, let me know if you guys got any questions or like, you know, kind of topics that you may want to talk about. I'm just, you know, we're here doing our due diligence. So during due diligence, you're doing on-site due diligence, which is like physically our team goes in and looks in every single empty unit, right? You're not allowed to look in occupied units in storage. So it's not like multifamily where you can go in there and you know, go inside of each unit, right? And ones that are occupied, you have to let the renters know that. It's not like that in storage. You can only look at the vacant units, right? So you're looking at all the vacant units, and you're doing your physical due diligence. What does it look like? Do the doors open? Are these locks? These hasps? Sorry. Do they work? Let me see, I can't even see. Okay, yeah, do they work? Are they rusted? Do we have issues? All kinds of things like that. So you're looking at physical due diligence. We also send out two different groups of people immediately, which is our property manager, who comes out and they do the physical due diligence for us. And we also send out an inspector, right? So the physical inspector who looks at roofs, they might look at the concrete, they look at lighting, electrical, all different types of that type of stuff, right? So those are the two things that we send out really, really quickly. You got to pay for all that, so that's something you want to make sure that you're going to purchase the property if that's something you're going to pay for, right? Here's an example of lock that you don't want to have. You see this? Let me see. Can you guys see this? Here it is. You don't want to have these type of locks. It's just a regular lock. Can get cut really easily. Oh, my team is sending me where we're going to go eat lunch, because it's like 3 o'clock over here and we haven't eaten lunch yet. So I think they're getting hungry. All right, so physical due diligence, that's some of the things that you're looking at. You're also doing the financial due diligence, so that's extremely important, right? Of looking at the financial due diligence. Is this property, how are their books? What's their income look like? What's their expenses look like? How is that going to compare to what we project, right? What are we projecting? Immediately. Also, every year, how are we projecting things, right? So you want to make sure that they say that what they say they're collecting, they are collecting. What they say is being rented is actually being rented, and things like that. So you're doing your financial due diligence as well. So that's an important piece of it. Our property manager takes care of that. So again, it costs money, so you got to pay for that, right? So let's see. Russell, thanks for joining. Ryan, thanks for joining. Russell, yes, where am I? So I'm in Louisiana. So I'm in Louisiana, down in the south right now. And going to go look at another property later today. Not going to do a Facebook Live from there because we're not under contract for it. It's maybe one we're scouting. And just to let you know, I do got another deal that I got shown off market. And off market, we're going to go take a look at it tomorrow. Don't know if we think that, so it's not under contract or anything. It just came on the market. Well, it didn't come on the market yet. We have a good chance to look at it early on. So we're going to look at it, see what we think. It's sort of in the Louisiana. It's in the Louisiana area, and we'll see what goes on from here. But I mean, it's a lot to take on. There's 3 deals that are under contract right now, so take on a 4th is a lot. I mean, it's a lot to work on. But happy to work on if it's a great deal. David, hey, how's it going, David? See, David was with me earlier, taking a look at other properties. Here we are here, David, looking at another one, okay? So here's the one we're taking a look at. We've already worked with this seller before, so he sold us our other one. So we already have a relationship built with him and the broker as well. Let's see, Bashkar, yes. Am I planning to put on-site manager? So, good question, right? Am I planning to use an on-site manager? That answer is no. Not planning to use an on-site manager at all. So there's no on-site manager for us. We run them completely unmanned. But I guess the part that is not unmanned is that we have a maintenance person that is on-site. So they're not there on-site all the time, but they are on-site to cut locks. There's issues here. Something with the fence needs to be fixed. The gate's not opening or something like that. They are the people that come here and do that for us. So to answer your question, is there an on-site manager? The answer is no. There is not. No on-site manager here for us. Nelson, yeah. Working on number 4, right? Working on number 4 at one time. Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So maybe we're gonna go take a look at one today, and then we got another one tomorrow to go take a look at. So, but yeah, those ones aren't under contract, so I'm not gonna be doing any Facebook Lives over there. It might be just a drive-through. It might be just kind of a real quick walkthrough. But yeah, David. So Monica's with you. Great. So here's our other one. This one's about 10 miles away from our current one. So we have one already, and this is about 10 miles away. So we're going to be able to share some of the resources with that. So when you talk about sharing resources, I mean our property manager. Again, it's not an on-site property manager, but we have a third-party property manager that will help us. They basically work with us to reduce some of the expenses and help with the scalability of these projects, as well as our on-site person as well, that we'll be able to reduce the cost, the total cost of that on-site person. When I say on-site, I mean the maintenance person, because 2 properties can share that person, right? So reduces that overall cost individually for each property. But that all said, here's the property. I'll just give you guys kind of one last look at the property. I think my team is giving me the look like, hey, we haven't eaten. It's 3 o'clock. It's time to go. I need to eat some good food, some jambalaya or some gumbo. You let me know what we should be eating. Here's a take a look. Frank, what's up, buddy? Giving you guys one last look. Ask your questions. You got about a minute before I let this go. But here's some, RV boat storage type of things, right? Here's uncovered and uncovered. Nelson, the seafood, man, I've had so much seafood. I get a ridiculous amount here. Okay, so that's it. There's some of the lights, some of the big lights you're looking at. So the lights, something you look at night. But yeah, here's this property. It has some, really quickly over here, has some parking that is gated parking as well, right? Okay, all right. Do a 360. That's pretty much that's pretty much it. You guys see it? Okay, 20,000 square foot. So it has like these, I don't know. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like 5 buildings. Okay, you guys got it? You guys got it? Okay. Anything else? Anything else you want to see? That's about it. Okay, guys. All right, great talking to you guys. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it, at least learned something. If you do have any questions or anything, let me know. Give me a thumbs up while you guys are here. I really appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Nelson. Appreciate it. Travel safe too. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Take care, everybody. See ya. Time to eat.